at it here. All right, everybody, this is Plan F. Let's see. How do we... And that's now. All right, hopefully everybody can hear us. Let's see, this is camera live. All right. This is all we got. This is Plan F to see if we can get it to work. Hopefully you're all just going to need to reboot. It should be on YouTube and on, not that it matters if you're not hearing me, if you don't know this, but Facebook and YouTube. This is the best as I can do. I think I might have something working. Church with a nice play out front. Stitsworth trying to get a piece of it. And Runnigan throws it off his shin pad. Now Frank to pick it up. Frank's out there with Winkler. So in order to get around the house Wi-Fi, thinking we're like after them and going to crash their system, is I had to invite this as a remote camera. And we're going to see if that's going to work. So hopefully, Jerry, you can now see us. Fuller making a play at the blue line, and now Brainerd gets by her. Shot, that one goes up high over the net. Church trying to get it out front, trying to be the first one there, didn't quite get there. So not the best views, not the best Wi-Fi. Church has it just go off her skate. That one went off the shin pad of Frank. And a big crunch and munch in the corner. You had crunch and munch lately? You know
No,
what that is? It's like that.
Caramel corn type thing? That was pretty tasty.
Yeah, crunch and munch is good. I used to bring a box every once in a while. Back to Fuller. That goes through her stick. Brainerd gets the shot off, still has it out front. Now Lossing has it, and the nets come loose. That's why we got a whistle. So hopefully, everybody, at least you can see live hockey here. I'm not promising it's going to be very clear. I had to dumb down the it's not 1080, it's not 720, it's not 540, it's like 360. So if it's coming through, it might be a little grainy. 1-0 is your score here yet with 7:13 to go in the second period. And that one's a battle along the wall, which we can't really see because of our proximity here, but this one comes back out to Brainerd.
Ooh, a little
and
trip.
That's going to put Knutson in the box, but the no call by the ref.
Wow.
So the ref's letting them play here. Brainerd for behind the Bemidji net, stolen away by, couldn't tell, Winkler. Knutson, she's pestering. Gets around Carlson, trying to get around Fuller. Fuller working hard. Shot. Saved by, ref's blowing it off. Waved off by the ref. Brainerd thought they had one. Face-off's going to be to the right of Byron. Not sure why he waved it off, but he did.
That 7, she's pretty smooth.
Yeah, she
almost got it.
She was digging in, yeah. All right, Jerry or anybody, do we actually have a video stream going out to Jack hockey fans?
No word back from Jerry.
We'll send her a quick note. Should be working. Whatever we got, it ain't going to get any better from this one. That one goes by Byron. Well, the good news is it ain't working any good. We can start setting up for the varsity game a little earlier. Brainerd just comes outside the zone. They're going to have to get back in there. Now this one comes out to Larson.
Oh, she said yes, it's streaming.
Wow.
Excellent.
We got something happening then. Plan E worked. 1-0 is your score here, 5:55 to go. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate it. Going through a little bit of a challenge here down in Brainerd. They don't exactly have us in the best rink with the best Wi-Fi. Runnigan trying to make a move. That gets knocked off her stick. Goes back to Larson. She gets the shot off. Went to the right of the Brainerd goalie. Lossing giving chase here. Brainerd going wide with some good speed. Brainerd goes behind the Jack net. Doing it again. Puck comes to the near wall here.
Well, for people who just joined us,
Right out front. Yeah.
Brainerd is up 1-0 if they didn't know.
I didn't
from
know
the
that.
First,
Yeah, I should make sure
first
it's
period.
Yep, Brainerd scored early in the first. In case you're wondering, that's Auntie Amy on the broadcast here, coming to watch her niece play.
Never played myself other than pond.
Right, down the old Mackenzie Park.
That's true.
All right, Fuller, Lossing, Stittsworth, Church, and Frank. Goes to the far wall. Frank throws it towards the back of they're behind the net. Lossing gives a bit of a crunch and munch. Fuller going wide. She throws it up off to the glass out to the neutral zone. Brainerd's been playing really well. They've had their way with us more than we have with them, but they've only put one in the net. This one's coming around to Church. Again, not a very good view here. We're right down on the ice floor. Lossing trying to gain the offensive zone. She just about got around the D. Here they come the other way on Frank. Frank was just able to get a nice piece of number 7 there. She goes down in a heap. Right out front, Brainerd with a quick spinorama and a shot. That didn't go anywhere. Shot down low, goes left of Byron. 3:55 left here in the second, and that's icing on the Jacks. So the way we got this set up now, I can't do any zoom in, can't do anything. It's
you just
all
turn
we
it.
got. This is the it's better than nothing camera.
Exactly.
Hopefully the varsity game will be better, everybody. Hang with us. Face-off comes back to Brainerd. And Byron's got a piece of it. She says, give me a whistle. So Byron doing a good job of keeping us in this one. It's only 1-0. 3:42 left here in the second. That one comes back to the defense. Grand trying to get somewhere with it. And now O'Brien has it. She tries to dish it back to Knutson, but that gets stolen by Brainerd. Carlson trying to get somewhere. Boy, Brainerd is quite a bit bigger than we are, aren't they?
They are a big team.
And that one's saved by the goalie.
What's been the highest scoring game for the Jacks this year?
For the JV, how many did they've scored, or how many got scored on them?
They've scored.
I think 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think they've given up at 8. This one, Frank, over to Melcher. Brainerd's 2-on-1 if they hurry, but good back check by Melcher. Puck goes behind the Bemidji net. Larson into the far corner. Back out front. Byron was paying attention. She just saved one off of a jack stick. Larson dishes it into the offensive zone. She's digging in. First one there. She gets a crunch and munch, but the Brainerd player goes down. And that one's up should be icing on the Warriors. And it is. With 2:20 to go. We're going to get a face-off to the right of the Warrior goalie here. Well, we got half a game in here. Well, let's hope it holds out. Face-off. Melcher and Frank on defense. And Brainerd throws it up ice, arms up. Should be icing on the Warriors again. And it is. Jack's going to change him up. Might have to get out my hot hands. It's cold in here.
I know, I'm watching these refs that don't wear any gloves, and that's...
Yeah, but they're skating. Their blood's pumping. Lexi, when she reps, she does like to wear like just those light cottony gloves just because that puck's pretty frozen. Fuller tries to pinch, and now she tries to whack it into the offensive zone. Frank pinches. Brainerd girl goes down in a heap. Brainerd takes a whack at it, throws it into the far corner. And now goes to the end wall. Again, Keeley Church back on the job here, coming off injury. Good to see her playing. Lossing tips it into the offensive zone. And here comes Brainerd back the other way again. Fuller gets a piece of it, got the stick on it. Now she's going to pick it up behind the net. Tries to do the spin-around over to Grand. And now it comes to Church. Comes off Grand's stick over to Church. Throws it up ice to Grand. Nice catch. Grand tries to split the D. Just lost the handle. 45 seconds left here in the second. Still 1-0 your score. Nice job by Carlson to keep it in the offensive zone. Now Fuller plays it up off the wall. Picked off by Grand. Grand trying to get the jump, trying to get a centering pass. That didn't work. Fuller and Winkler on the point here. Grand, Carlson, Knutson out there. Winkler. And that one got to dig in. 17 left. Shot. Oh, what a save by Byron. Warriors had a 3-on-1 going. Carlson's got to hurry. She's got a second left. If she would have dug in the whole way, maybe had a little bit of time. But all right, everybody, we're going to get a resurface here. At least we got the broadcast working for you. So I got a 10-12 minute break here. And we'll be back at you. I think we hang out here while everybody walks by us and we can. All right, here come all the Jacks. Look at Lexi give her a knuckles with the headset on. She'll enjoy that. Oh, here she comes.
Are we still broadcasting?
Oh, yeah, we're still broadcasting.
Her
we're
laces
live.
look so long. See that?
They're her laces?
Her laces are almost touching the ice.
Are they? Well, oh yeah, they're pretty long.
I didn't wonder that.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at you here in just a few minutes. Hang tight, everyone. Time to get those snacks and beverages. All right, do that. And we'll put them here for now. Go warm up. Let's go warm up.
We have a lot of friends here. Am I coach?
Where's Lexi?
I don't know. Can you hear her right? Yeah, she's walking.
What are we going to do today?
4.
How many?
2. Let's just go. Let's just for sure one. So we'll start with 1 and then keep going. Start with 1.
You know, Matt,
Okay, 3.
shots are like...
Okay, but we only had we're only 1-0. It's only 1-2.
Hey, if you can't score, that's fine. Remember that. Don't complain. You're not power play.
Pick it up.
Said you don't have to say.
Last game was not good. Last game was not good.
Hey, is everyone ready?
I wonder if it's filming. Wait, you think Doug would let me put on headphones on the bench and do it?
On the bench?
Yeah, he totally would.
That'd be funny. I'll turn it around.
Straight across your bench.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. You won't ask me that.
These ones are yours. And my garbage can table. All right, Jack fans, we are back at it. 1 period to go, only down 1-0, so 15 minutes on the clock here. Good luck. So it looks like for varsity players, for now, we got McLean and probably have one more here somewhere.
When does that happen that the varsity comes down and plays JV?
So quite often, usually get 1 or 2 each period. So a player, high school hockey player, can play 4 periods in a day. So the JV and the varsity usually, play. So he'll send down a few, players to get 1 period in. They'll play 3 there and come down here for 1. So looks like Carlson, Grand, Knutson, Frank, and Fuller on defense. This one brings Fuller all the way back to the end wall. So he'll whack it around to Frank. That gets intercepted by the Warriors. Warriors top of the circle. And Fuller goes down in a heap. And here come the Jacks. Jacks get it in deep. And that one gets by Fuller. Icing's waved off. Running in back to go get it. Shot and saved by Byron. So 46 seconds in. Both teams are going to switch him up here. We are going to have a little bit better view and set up for the varsity game here in a little bit. Hopefully our Wi-Fi system will work over there. We'll see. Brainerd wins the draw. Larson gets it up ice. And Brainerd's trying to break out of their own zone. We got Winkler and O'Brien on defense. Right, trying to push through the slot. Byron plays it to the back wall. And now this one's going to come out to the neutral zone. Jacks must be getting a penalty. The goalie's out of the net. So we're going to go short-handed here. First penalty of the game. And looks like Frankenfuller. Frankenfuller. Anyway, a little hockey humor, I guess. Carlson and who's our fourth here? Knutson. So Frank, Fuller, Carlson, Knutson are your killers. 2 minutes on the penalty here.
Wowza.
They go back to the point. Looking to make a move, goes off the side of the net. One Brainerd player down in a heap. Trying to make a move from the slot. Trying to get it out of the zone. Carlson just couldn't get her stick on it. That one's going to go back behind the net. And Frank gets it all the way up ice. Has to be played by the goalie. I didn't see who got in the box. Brainerd trying to stretch it out. That should be icing. Nope, it was tipped. Well, the other ref didn't believe him. So Runnigan and Carlson, Frank and Fuller. Face off to the right of the Warrior goalie here. 12:48 in the period, regulation. 1:12 in the penalty. And Warriors wrap it all the way around. Now trying to come out of the zone here. Nice job by Carlson to get a piece of it. That one's played to the back wall by Byron. And the Jacks get it up ice again. No icing. 46 in the penalty. Carlson blew a tire. Fuller plays it up high off the glass, gets it down deep. And here come the Warriors back out again. Fuller's going to wrap it down deep again. Stolen away here by Runnigan. Runnigan still driving. Runnigan shoots. Blocker saved by the goalie. Best chance so far for the Jacks. It comes up shorthanded. Jacks are back to full strength. That was Winkler in the box. And this one's going to go all the way back to behind the Jacks net here. Frank going to pick it up. Frank looking for a little green space. She runs over a Warrior. Chips it past another. Now she gets past the D. She's got McLean out front. Now Church has it. Fuller loses the handoff, but does the old spinorama. Stitsworth and McLean out there pestering. And now the Warriors gain the offensive zone. Stolen away by Frank again. Now she's coming in 1-on-2, 2 from behind. Fuller goes off on a change. And the Warrior goalie says, give me a whistle. So best chance of the day for the Jacks comes on the shorthanded on the penalty kill. All right, we got Church, Stitsworth, McLean, O'Brien, and Melcher out there. Jacks better hurry. Here come the Warriors. Shot and a goal. Right over the top of Byron. And that's going to make it 2-0 for the Warriors. They got the jump past the D, and they weren't able to get back. So breakaway goal for the Warriors, going to make it 2-0.
They said it was always a good rivalry, this one.
Yeah. Carlson, she gains the offensive zone. Yeah, we were having a conversation with the coaches before the game here, and they said this is a really good rivalry usually, and Brainerd usually has a good chance at getting the better of us historically. This one called good at the line. Melcher wraps it up the wall.
But the Jacks are ranked higher, he said.
Yeah, that's going to be the varsity team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, JV is unranked. They really don't rank the JV the teams yet. That one picked off by Grand, and now picked off back by Brainerd. They throw it back in deep. Melcher to pick it up behind her own net. That gets deflected by the Warriors. Melcher tries to get up. That one comes back to the neutral zone. Cross ice comes the Warriors. Now right to the top of the slot. Back to the winger from the dot. O'Brien rings it around the horn. And Brainerd chucks it back in deep. And out front and a goal. Not much Byron could do with that. One of the Warriors standing on the back door just chipped it up over the leg pad. And with 9 minutes left, Brainerd's come alive here in the third to make it 3-0. And we're back to center ice here. Jacks need to get one here now pretty quick. Runnigan, Larson, and Pemberton. Winkler and Fuller on defense. Pemberton chips it in deep. Larson gives it a whack towards the net. That goes wide left of the goalie. Back to Winkler here. And here come the Warriors. Shot
Good
saved
stop
by Byron. So McLean, Church, and Stitsworth come off the bench. Fuller and Winkler still your D. This one comes back to the defense, low, blocked. Stitsworth tries to get it up ice. That didn't work. And Brainerd keeps in the offensive zone. McLean on the hunt. She's all over number 25 for the Warriors. Here come the Warriors back up ice. Try and drive it around Winkler. Shot. That one went. Byron got the first save. That one came back out. Second one went over the top of the net. And now Winkler to pick it up. Kept in at the point.
Good job on that shift.
Fuller now behind her own net. Just lost the handle. Church still battling. Warriors looking to center. Now it comes back to the corner. And the Warriors will throw it in deep. That one will go behind the Jack net. Warriors still have it. 7:10 to go. Shot low. That went off Church. Brainerd coming into the near wall, or the near corner. Right top of the slot. Screened. That one looks like it hit some traffic out front. Brainerd looking to start changing a few players out. Oh, from the back door. Just missed. It's possible Byron was there and got a pad on it. 6:30 and counting here in regulation. 3-0 still your score. And Byron makes the save, says give me a whistle. Both teams going to switch them up here. Face off just to the right of Byron. Won by the Jacks. That's Melcher to wrap it around to the near wall here. Grand trying to get out of there. Brainerd got a shot off. Byron plays it to the back wall. And now comes out to the point. Low one, save Byron. She puts him in, down with 6:09, says give me a whistle. Face off to the right of Byron. Comes back to the point. That one, Knutson tries to stretch it out to Grand, who just wasn't able to get the stick on it. Here comes Brainerd back through trying to split the D. Shot and scores.
Dang it.
Throws it on net. Back, kind of back angled at Byron and went in the shorter side. Under the glove to make it 4-0, and the lug nuts are starting to get loose. Three unanswered goals here in the third to make it 4-0 with 5:53 now to go. don't think they'll get to 8. To answer that question for you. Here come the Jacks.
At least one on.
Win it, bust up the shutout. That's now the goal. Let's see what we can do. Runnigan chasing a Warrior here. Now they're coming up through center with some speed. Nice job by Larson. Knocked her off the puck. Winkler trying to get it up ice. Larson out there battling on this shift. It's number 7, there's Larson. She's going to go off on a change. Church comes out. Stitsworth is out. Winkler's going to clean that up in her own zone. Comes out to the neutral zone here. Church and Stitsworth looking to get some. And that one's going to come back to O'Brien. Throws it up ice. Played by the Warriors. Church and McLean. McLean strong on the puck. Warriors trying to get around O'Brien. And this one's going to come back to the point. Just does come out of the zone. Here's McLean one-on-one. Trying to go wide, trying to go to the D. Shot, saved by the goalie. Nice job by McLean there. Now Frank and O'Brien on defense. 3-on-2 come the Warriors trying to get around Frank. Right out top of the slot. Now going a little wide. Shot, that hit some traffic. McLean whacks it out of the zone. O'Brien's off. Fuller's on, and that one goes into the near corner. Brainerd goes back to the point. Low. Played by Byron, but jumped her stick.
Shoot.
And goes into the net to make it 5-0. So 4 unanswered here in the third, and the wheels are coming off. With 3:22 left here. Brainerd just on the attack now. Frank's going to slingshot behind her own net. Stolen away by the Warriors.
These two defenders are like 6 feet tall each.
Yeah, they're pretty tall. Yeah, that number 28. She's a tall one. Knutson trying to get out of the zone. That's denied by the Warriors D there. Fuller trying to drive her out wide. Top of the slot, shot. That goes wide left to Byron. Nice play by Frank. Grand has it knocked off her stick. Carlson's going to whack it into the offensive zone. Runnigan plays it into the wall here. Comes off the wall, tries to get it to Grand. Grand gave a whack at it, didn't get much on it. And here come the Warriors through center, trying to get around Melcher. Nice back check by Runnigan. And the Jacks cleared out to the point. Melcher's going to have to retreat and go back and get it. She gets it up to Knutson. Knutson's got some green space. And now this one comes back to Melcher. Byron makes a save. 1:30 to go here. On the backhand for the Warriors. Runnigan now picks it up. Tries to get it over to Grand. That gets stolen by the Warriors. Boy, Amy, they have been all over the Jacks tonight. We didn't have much of a chance to really put anything together. Warriors played really well. 1 minute to go here in the third. Shot saved by Byron. Now Larson grabs it.
Do they get to play him at all again this season?
No, this will be it. Their season's over for the JV here on Saturday, and then the varsity goes off into the playoffs to try and make the state tournament. And to top it off, that one chipped up high, kind of a fly ball lob wedge to make it 6-0. So 5 unanswered here in the third. And as soon as the puck drops, that'll do it, because I think we'll hit running time, so no more whistles. This one comes back to Melcher. And 30 seconds left here. Now that one goes behind the net with 15 seconds left. As soon as we get this one wrapped up, everybody, we're going to shut it down and go over and try and get set up for the varsity game. And see if we can get a better broadcast out with some better Wi-Fi for you. But for now, that's going to be a wrap. We'll get the handshakes and then shut her down. But thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for putting up with the bad streaming here. But for now, final score in the JV game, 6-0. The varsity will try and avenge the loss of the JV here. Should be a good one.
So the rest of the JV, or do just some of them suit up and then the rest just watch?
Just exactly. And then they ride the bus back together.
All of them?
Mm-hmm. It's not the school bus, though. They get a nice...
I saw that coming in. Bemidji bus lines or something.
Mm-hmm.
A coach with the bathroom and everything.
Whole thing, yeah. There's the coaches. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. We're going to shut her down and start moving. See you.